back to my channel. So today I'm going to do my Pan Those eyeshadows. I can't believe it's been already a month. It's crazy. We are in February, thank goodness. Okay, so for my Pan Those eyeshadows, I am working on 6 shades. I do have 2 new pans to share with you. I did kind of spoil them last week if you watched my beauty bank video, because I do tend to go through in the eyeshadow pans that I hit throughout the month. So if you watch that, it's a little bit of a spoiler, but it's still exciting because I get to roll in 2 new shades. Now what I'm going to do today is usually what I do is I have my wheel and it has all of my eyeshadow palettes in there. I'm going to spin the wheel for one of the shades where obviously in that palette I select the shade, but then I'm going to leave it to chance, and the second one that I rolled in today is going to be completely random. So I'm going to get the list of how many eyeshadows I have in my collection. I think it's like 1100. It's not very good number, I have to say. It's pretty high up there, but I'm going to get the official list, do a random number generator, and whatever it lands on, we will work on that. Except if that shade is already either in a project pan or a project level up, or my eyeshadow year-long project. Otherwise, it's fair game. So we'll go with that. We'll see how it goes. I just feel like, you know, taking a chance today. Let's see how I feel about it later. But otherwise, let's get through everything and then we'll roll in our 2 new shades. So I didn't do a fair amount this month. However, obviously I do have the 2 new pans. So my usage is actually pretty low on most of these. We'll start with the Colourpop. So I do always have a single rolled in. I did not hit pan in this, so we're not going to be rolling in a new single from Colourpop. But I do have the Supershock shade Side to Side, which is in the Sweet Talk palette. And this one has been in the project for a while. I don't know what I'm doing with my camera because suddenly I feel like I changed the settings somehow and it doesn't seem to focus very much. So I've noticed that in a couple of videos now. Hopefully it doesn't do it today, but if it does, then I'm sorry. But my Side to Side is here. I've only used it one time this month. This is one where I don't think I'm going to hit pan, but we're keeping it in. We're seeing how long it's going to take me. I only keep shadows in up until 20 uses and I roll them out. But yeah, this month, you know, I was getting back into makeup. I had a pretty terrible end of year and beginning of January. So I didn't actually start wearing makeup until the 2nd week of January. And then since then, I think I've been wearing makeup every single day. But I've been trying to catch up with everything else. So some of these have been put to the side. So yeah, that one still got, I think, maybe 12 more uses left on it before I hit my 20 use goal. All right, then we have She Glam. This is the Virtuous Virgo, and I rolled in Faithful a couple of months ago. This green right here. I only went into it once this month. I did enjoy it. I was doing a green look. I'm getting more into green, so I think I will probably try to remember to pull this a little bit more, simply because it makes sense for me now. When I rolled it in, I wasn't really going into greens, but you can't really avoid greens in this palette. So yeah, I think I will potentially be able to hit pan in this. I don't know how deep these are, but I think I will hit pan before I roll it out. And then the last sort of dud, which I haven't really done too much on, is the Juvia's Place Bronze Rustic. I've only gone into this once as well, which is this brown down here. So it's not really going to look any different from last time. There's nothing really to show you. There is a little bit of indentation now starting to form on here, but you know, I've hit pan in this and this one. They were pretty hard to hit pan on. And this one I used a very like a pencil brush. Here I use a fluffy brush, and so I think this is going to take like double the time that this red one did because I was being a little bit more precise with that one. So yeah, I think this is going to be 20 use and then roll out. So I got the boring ones out of the way. All right, then we have my Jewels and Gem from Odin's Eye. This is one of my pans that I hit that I spoke about last week. I've been working on this shade Ecstasy for the longest time now, and I hope that my camera will be focused. I'm blind, so I don't know if this is in focus, but I have a nice little, lovely little baby pan in there. I used it 2 more times. Last time it was, you know, you could see the dent. I was very, very close. And obviously I was very close because I used it 2 more times. So I have to say, like, after the first time of using it again, I was thinking this is never going to happen. But then it did, so I'm happy with that. All right, next up is from my Sample Beauty. So I had just rolled this in last month and I have hit pan. I did pick a shade that was somewhat easy to hit pan on because I had a lot of use on it anyway, and it's one of the shimmers and they're very, very creamy in here. So I figured I would hit pan. So it only took me 2 uses to hit pan in this shade right here, which is called Sweet. I don't know if you can be able to see that. I have put a ring light on because the sun is beaming into the window. So I've closed the curtains, but then I feel like I still need a little bit of light. So you might see some sort of a glare. It's really hard to light up this room for videos at this point of the year when the sun is so low. When the sun is a little bit higher, it doesn't affect me as much. But yeah, right now it's really annoying. But yeah, this one, 2 more uses and I hit pan. So I was very excited. I actually have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pans in this palette now. So that is exciting. And then the one that I used the most was actually from my Flower Moon from Ensley Rain. So all of you said to keep this in the project. So I know I mentioned it in my last video. I wasn't sure if I wanted to even talk about, you know, the brand and everything and whatnot. But everyone was like, you spent the money. Yes, roll it into the project. It's no problem. What I have been doing, if I do use the shade, and I have been using the shade, I used it 3 times. This month, which is not a lot, but it's the most out of everything. I've just been taken out because it is a magnetic pan. So whenever I have filmed myself using this in my little short videos, I've just taken it out and not actually kind of showcase the brand. I don't want to offend anyone or upset anyone. So anyway, this is the shade that I've been working on. It is called Refresh. Yeah, Refresh. It's actually really, really pretty. It is a really pretty shade, and anytime I've needed something, like I've done a orangey sort of yellowy look and I need my eye to pop, this is what I've been putting on. It very much pops. It's really, really beautiful. It's pretty flaky too, so I do think I will hit pan in it. It has, I mean, we will love the formula of this brand. It's such an unfortunate thing that's happened. So, you know, I'm not going to deny that it's absolutely stunning. So I think I will hit pan in that for a next update. But yeah, these are the 2 that I'm going to be rolling out. Let me just show you what I have left over in terms of color story. All right, so this is what I have at the moment. It is pretty shimmery. I was going to say it's pretty shimmer heavy. That's hard to say. Anyway, I have 3 shimmers here and then 1 matte. So it might be nice to roll in a matte. Obviously on one of these shades, I will be choosing the shade within the palette and the other one's going to be completely random. So let's do the random shade first, shall we? All right, so I did say what, I had 1100. I actually have 1202 shades. So that's not much fun. That is a lot. So we're just going to do, I think on Google, because I don't think I have a number generator anymore. All right, so I've done 1 out of 1202. I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but we're just going to click generate. 533. I don't think my focus is working. So 533, let me go see what that is. Okay, wow, okay. So it's actually from my Glaminatrix, the Rich Romantic palette. This is kind of a new palette for me. Oh my gosh. Okay, so before I show you what it is, let's roll for my second one, which now this one I'm going to get a random palette, but then I will be able to pick what I want. So maybe it'll work a little bit better. All right, here we go. Again, I don't know if it's focusing, probably not. So if you're gonna be able to see that, who knows? Okay, so it's, oh, Beauty Bay Midnight palette. Are you kidding me? That is, okay, fine. So this is kind of a palette that I potentially will be decluttering, but we're gonna go with it anyway. Let me show you what was rolled in from the Rich Romantic because I think it's gonna determine what we're gonna use from the Midnight palette. So it was the shade Romantic, which I think is, yeah, it's the shimmer right here. It's this inner corner shimmer, which actually is ideal because I think I can hit pan in that. That's not going to be a problem. I already have a disturbance on it. I think I'm going to be able to do this just fine. But that does mean that we have a lot of shimmers now, which I do like shimmers, so I'm not going to complain. It's just so gorgeous. It's so gorgeous. So let me just put this here. I don't know if you can see all these. So I've just put it there, and then you have the Colourpop one, then you have the She Glam one, the Ensley Rain, and then you have the Juvia's Place. Okay, so very light. So maybe we should roll in a dark blue or a dark purple, something like that. I mean, what's gonna go with this? There's also a green here, so I don't know if any of these go with what I'm going with. Yeah, this is gonna be a struggle for sure. Maybe I'll do like one of these baby blues. Maybe, but oh, you know what? I really want to do a shimmer, but I said I should do a matte, right? I did say I should do a matte. I think let's go with this periwinkle shade. It literally is called periwinkle. I think let's do that because it kind of leans a little purpley because it's periwinkle, of course. But I think for spring, that might be kind of fun with some of these tones. So we're gonna roll that one in. So we have the periwinkle from the Midnight palette from Beauty Bay. Then we have Glaminatrix, which I have not had pan on Glaminatrix before, so we'll see how that goes. But it is my inner corner shade in that palette, so I think it will be fine. The Supershock from Colourpop, yeah, I just need to use that. I'm getting a little bit bored of it. It's been in the project for so long. And it's just not as pretty when you put it right next to the Glaminatrix. I don't know if you'll be able to even see it, to be fair. But yeah, that's my new color story. A little bit of a wishy-washy, very light pale one. But I can use a lot of these shimmers with other shades in other palettes. So it doesn't matter because I have a lot of projects going on. I do like the blue. And I think the blue next to this, because it kind of has some peach to it, Glaminatrix. I think that might be fun with the brown and like do like a brown blue thing. I don't know. We'll see. I will figure it out. I'll play around. I'll try to do some looks for the next month. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you'd like to, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.